It's Madden NFL 23, and we'll see which hometown team flies higher in the City of Angels. It's the Los Angeles Chargers and the Los Angeles Rams on Monday Night Prime Time.
PA Sports coverage of the...
They make the big plays that impact who wins the game.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. And this is going to be dropped. Oh, my gracious. There was no one in his area code, but he could not hang on to it.
Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
To throw on 2nd and 10.
Herbert. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And that's going to be good for a Chargers first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams.
And they'll work this down inside the 30. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
On first down, Justin Herbert.
That one complete to his receiver, Palmer. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
To throw again on 2nd down.
Herbert.
He's got Allen.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown.
Austin Eckler,
a 12-yard touchdown run.
And the Chargers are on the board first on the road here in L.A.
And they do exactly what they want. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback.
So out come the Rams now for their first possession. Leading the charge at quarterback, the former Georgia Bulldog, Matthew Stafford.
And Matthew Stafford was taken first overall in the 2009 draft, and he certainly played like a top pick. Throughout his career, he's been one of the most prolific passers in the league, and there's no reason to believe he's going to slow down his production anytime soon. Not only that, he's also one of the tougher quarterbacks in the league as well. Take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Off the fake to Akers, here's Stafford.
And he'll just get rid of it. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Throwing on third down, Stafford.
That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on third down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
On first down at Stafford. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it's second down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Throwing again on second down. Stafford. Well, the hook up here to Allen Robinson.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
They forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Again, it's Stafford. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Touchdown, Rams!
Cam Akers,
48 yards.
and the Rams are able to match the opening drive touchdown against it.
And we knew that this offense was going to secondary. That was something they knew that they had an advantage, pressed it, and there you go. Big play for a touchdown on their very first possession.
Yeah, and the next-gen stats showing that. And
it's up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. Good footwork at the 30. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
Now that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block, but the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Once more, here's Eckler.
And that's going to be good for a Chargers first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Eckler now between the tackles. Ooh, the juke. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Up the middle with Eckler. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Back to throw here, Herbert.
He'll get this out wide to Eckler.
And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 24-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On 1st down, it's Herbert. Being chased out left. And he'll just get rid of it.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Herbert. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Give them 18 on the play.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
To the air again, Herbert.
He'll drop this one off to Eckler.
Touchdown, Chargers.
Austin Eckler
He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Chargers have moved out in front. Well, he is putting in a great all-around game, Charles. He already ran one in for a score, and now they utilize him in the passing game.
And they put a lot of pressure on a defensive coordinator and a defense, don't they? Because they're used to him as a runner. But it turns out he's just as dangerous as some of those receivers, and he showed it right there. You don't pay enough attention to him defensively, he makes you pay.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes the score 14-7. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all.
And Austin Eckler capped it off with the touchdown reception.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fields it right around the goal line.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Khalil Mack from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. From his own goal line, Stafford. It's caught on the right side by
Yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
a shotgun snap for Stafford.
Down to force a 3-and-out.
On fourth down, Dom Maggio out to punt.
Now a fair catch signaled for and made right about the 43-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
What's the deal, y'all? Who's gonna make a play, baby? Let's go now. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Turn it up.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 43. They started on the ground with Eckler. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
68 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
But they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Running on first down, Eckler.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
It's Eckler again. And he's got room. That good for 19 and a first down.
One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating enough here in the first quarter.
It looks like we have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. They'll try the air now with Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches.
Herbert now.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
Brandon, that's a gamer move right there. Facing 3rd down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I let him take another one right here. Give him a chance to be the first one to hit the end zone after that effort he just gave him.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
Now it's Herbert. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Keelan Doss, a 5-yard touchdown.
And the Chargers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone.
You're supposed to catch that, baby. That's how we eat.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10.
At their own 25-yard line. Here's Stafford.
Looking underneath, he's got Akers.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up.
Here's Stafford. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Stafford going to give this to Akers.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It was Joey Bosa working his way in to bust that one up.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. From the gun, here's Stafford. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field, and it took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Stafford.
He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. Offense heading back out as we take a closer look at Austin Eckler.
He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
And with that run, he's already at 100 yards here before halftime. So if he sees the same kind of action in the second half, he could be on his way to a career game.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Wide open receiver, complete.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
From just shy of midfield, Herbert, he'll find Williams on the slant. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Here's Herbert. That ball nearly intercepted. The rookie had his hands on it, but couldn't pull it in.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively, you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. Now Herbert, 3rd and goal. Buying time to his left. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Herbert, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
That's a tough one there defensively because look at the stops they got on 1st and 2nd down, and it's 1st and 2nd and goal. And then on 3rd down, they cover the receivers, but they leave an alley open for him to find, and he does. That is frustrating. You do almost everything right, and he still ends up in the end zone.
On is Hopkins now for the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So that drive goes 8 plays. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. And the Rams now coming out on the field. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Now Stafford.
He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Off the fake to Akers, here's Stafford.
They'll roll him out right.
That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So roughing the passer there, a big mistake defensively.
Yeah, and even though you've got a quarterback out of the pocket and the rules change downfield, that doesn't mean the same rules don't apply with the QB. Anything more than one step, they're going to throw a flag on you every time.
A give up the middle to Akers.
And he is going to lose yardage here. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage.
Defensively, he has been a presence.
Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. To throw is Stafford.
And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board. Now they have a chance to kick a field goal by missing that shot.
Yeah, especially at this spot in the field. He's got to be upset he couldn't come up with that INT.
Rohrwasser's kick is good.
And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Rohrwasser made the field goal. Now he handles the kickoff duties. Taking it about the 1. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Austin Eckler and the Charger offense reclaim center stage.
Thus far, he's been quite the dual threat. Touchdown on the ground, another through the air. He's just so versatile, isn't he?
He is, and he's exactly what I think we're looking for in the NFL now out of the running back position. Guys who can do everything running it, but also act as receivers. And I don't just mean, the stopgap guys. I don't mean safety valve. I'm talking about big-time parts of it, whether they're going to split out, whether they're going to swing out of the backfield. Sometimes they act like a true wide receiver, and he's having that type of a game in this one.
It'll be interesting to see if he can keep it going both phases. Let's see. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler.
And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. Back to throw here, Herbert. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10.
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10.
At their own 26. Play action. Stafford.
That one complete to Skoranek.
Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
That good for 19 and a 1st down.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefit to that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
On 1st down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground.
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Back to throw, Stafford. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the 1st half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the 2nd half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers.
And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. A shotgun snap for Stafford.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 25-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
They'll go with Akers here up the middle. He'll get this down to the 21, just on the edge of the red zone.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Following the pickup of
one for the highlight reel.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Stafford. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
Khalil Mack in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So out comes Justin Rohrwasser in the field goal unit. He made his first attempt, this from 45. Rohrwasser's kick is good, and that'll get the deficit down to 15. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
Rohrwasser made the field goal. Now he handles the kickoff duties. Taken in at the 3. Well, now how about this return? And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The offense heading back out as we take a closer look at Austin Ekeler.
He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
The way he's been slinging it in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that third, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Herbert now. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down. Now it's Herbert. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, Ray, seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half. Unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Stafford on first down.
They'll set up the screen here to Akers.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Stafford now to throw.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Stafford. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp.
And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Out of the gun, Stafford.
That's out to the flat for Akers.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll bring up second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
To the air again, Stafford. He's got a man, complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. They'll get 34 yards there.
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing is Stafford. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as he'll try to get 3 before half. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards.
Rohrwasser's kick is good.
And they're hanging around here as the lead's down to 12. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this.
Mains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we come upon halftime in what's a 12-point game at the break. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, let's run through the next-gen stats for the Chargers in that first half. And a big part of their success on the scoreboard is their success in the running game. Over 100 yards as a team in those first 2 quarters of play.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Rams offense ready to begin quarter number 3.
As they begin their second half here, Charles, offensively, not where they want to be, obviously. They're losing in this ball game, but very much within striking distance. We'll see what adjustments they make in the second half.
Is that the old glass half full, half empty type of a deal? Which way do you want to look at it? Because you're right, they're down on the scoreboard, but they're definitely opportunities now, because if they want to go ahead and get going in this one, get back to the running game. I think there are going to be some places to go with it, and I think the offensive line will appreciate the chance to fire out and hit people. That's
a good point because they virtually had nothing going in the ground game in that first half.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Stafford. Well, that'll be caught by Cup. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. That's caught left side. It's Higbee, the tight end. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Stafford. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up.
So now Stafford and the Rams, after the sack, they're staring up at a 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
Here comes the Rams punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. Fielded at the 20. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10.
At their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Aaron Donald with a sack.
Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
After the sack on 1st down, Herbert over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. And that is incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for L.A. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Stafford and the Rams come up, 1st and 10 at their own 21. Off the fake to Akers, here's Stafford. Caught out left side by Robinson. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a...
Oh, that's football for me.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll go again here with Akers. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. Stafford. They'll get this one to Kupp, complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. On the handoff, it's Akers. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd and 7, Stafford. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And some room to work. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 56 yards rushing on 12 carries for him there.
That's good tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
On 1st down, Stafford here. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw is Stafford. They'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield.
So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Back to throw, Stafford. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
So out comes Justin Rohrwasser in the field goal unit.
This from 44 yards out, left hash.
Rohrwasser's kick is good.
And that lead is back down to 9 now. It can be a thankless job sometimes to be a kicker. They're thanking him right now. That's now 4 field goals. He's kept him in the game.
He sure has. That offense has got to find its rhythm because I'm not sure that just kicking field goals is going to allow them to win this game.
Rohrwasser made the field goal. Now he handles the kickoff duties. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. L.A. readies for its next possession. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 17-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Herbert has it knocked free.
But a Chargers player was able to fall on it, and they'll keep possession.
Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
And then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. On the give, this is Eckler. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Herbert. On the screen, this is Eckler.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
47 yards on that time, just 1 yard on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And last time able to get 3.
While Stafford's throw pulled in by Jefferson.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Here's 2nd and a yard.
Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. His throw incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Stafford.
He's got this to the tight end, Hopkins. And he is going to have a Rams first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation, and sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Stafford now to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
To throw again on 2nd down. Stafford.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now it's Stafford. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup.
And he is going to have a Rams first down. He needed 5. He got it barely as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Throwing again is Stafford.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. Now a play fake and it's Stafford. Man open is Robinson. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 25 yards that time. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you're talking about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Akers.
And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
As large as been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Stafford. Touchdown! Tyler Higbee from 3 yards out.
And the Rams are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is down to 2. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Back now here on EA Sports. Or the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. Rohrwasser out to kick off, and he'll send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. L.A. set to take over again on offense.
They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here, all right? Let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high-percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10
At the 20.
out of the gun. He'll throw.
And this one is incomplete.
Well, one thing we certainly know, he likes to take those risks deep downfield during games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch, but he's also fortunate. No turnover either.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
I like how he hung in there and went through his progressions, but eventually his internal
First down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
and that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Back to throw here, Herbert. That is caught. It's Williams. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route, and the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
Herbert operating from the red zone. He'll get this over the middle here to Palmer. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Herbert takes it and just pops it forward. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 110 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler.
And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown.
Austin Eckler.
A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Chargers are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead. So a heck of a drive right there with the game potentially hanging in the balance.
A very good drive, and now conversion to make it a two-score game and a solid lead.
Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And that makes it a 9-point game. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards.
And it's Austin Eckler who finishes things off with a touchdown run.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10.
At their own 16. Throwing is Stafford. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. It looks like a loss of right around 11 yards. First down to set him back on second.
My man, it's been rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It's witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Stafford dancing to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
They needed a lot of yards there. They run it.
Will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position.
And the LA offense ready for this next possession. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt.
Herbert on 1st down now. They'll find Everett there, complete.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. From the 40 now on 2nd down.
Herbert, that's caught right side by Palmer. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Eckler.
And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground, keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
From the 29, Herbert, quick slant complete to Keenan Allen.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
The Chargers on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
They'll run for it with Eckler. Evades him at the 20. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10.
Once more, here's Eckler. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Up the middle with Eckler. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
When a drive goes this long, you have to give a lot of credit to the guys up front, those big fellas, because the offensive line is putting something together that allows them to continue to control the ball. I know a lot of people think they get fatigued on a long drive. Actually, a lot of times the reverse happens. They actually get energized because they're controlling the ball and they're the ones dictating to the defense.
He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Eckler. Touchdown, Chargers.
And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier. Now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance.
Diversification. That's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field on every
line, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback.
And the Rams getting set to go now.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football into the hands of Higbee.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
One play has him up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10. Stafford.
Connecting with Kupp here on the out route.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 35 on second down, Stafford incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Back to throw, Stafford.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. Going up top for Kupp, and it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
Cooper Kupp,
35 yards.
And the Rams' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for 1 here. And it's good, so that will get them back within 1 score. So that drive spanned 5 plays.
And it ends with Cooper Kupp on the receiving end of the touchdown pass. Following the touchdown, Rohrwasser handles the kickoff duties. Taken at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Austin Eckler and the Charger offense reclaims center stage.
I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he's got some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50.
154 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. First down, and they stick with Eckler. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. It's Eckler again. And he gets it down to the 32. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Eckler now between the tackles. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 20. Time's over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Turn to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Victory formation time for the Chargers. They take a knee. Herbert to a knee, and that should just about write it into this one. Partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.